Yeah, I started Neon White. Neon White is really freaking cool. Does anybody not know what this is at all?
You jump
This
around
is
and
yeah.
cards.
It's like
speed
it's like
running game,
first person shooter,
anime dating game.
speed running game with cards that give you roguelike abilities, right?
Well, yeah, it's a movement based. I guess you could say like an FPS speedrunning game, and you go through the level. You pick up cards. The cards represent different guns, so like a shotgun or an SMG or a rifle, and you could shoot the gun like you would in an FPS. And you could there's demons on the levels. You have to kill all the demons and then exit. You could shoot the gun, or you could discard the card. And when you discard the card, it's like a movement tech. So the shotgun, if you discard the shotgun, you'll like shoot in any direction. If you discard the SMG, you'll do like a ground stomp where you'll fly downward. Yeah, and it's really fucking addicting. The levels are like, when you complete a level, it's between like 10 and 30 seconds. So they're really short levels, but there's a lot of replayability because, first you go through the level and you're just trying to get your bearings. And then once you kind of get the level, you try to get the highest rank. So you get medals from bronze all the way to gold and then ace. And if you get a gold medal, then a hint is unlocked. So the next time you play it, there'll be like a little floating hand that's showing you a shortcut. And then if you do that shortcut, you'll typically get the ace. So I think that's the fun of it, is playing through the game and getting an ace rank on the levels. But that's not the end of it, because once you unlock ace, you unlock the global leaderboard for that level. And then so typically what happens is I get the ace medal, and I see my score is whatever 20 seconds. I go, man, I did that pretty well. Ace 20 seconds. I did this shortcut. And then you go to the first place page and you see everybody else is doing it in 10 seconds. So that the kind of gameplay loop is like, how the fuck did they do that? And then you got to try to find, more clever ways to do that level if you're a real tryhard, or you could continue to the next level. And then each level
leaderboards is always fun.
Yeah, it's super cool, and you could see there's a friend leaderboard too, but none of my friends have this game, unfortunately. So I'm beating everybody.
Yeah.
And then each level also has a gift. It's just a floating present somewhere in the level, and you go and find that. That's another, just adds to the replayability.
But the point of the levels is to get faster and faster, right?
Yeah, to get the fastest time on each level. Yeah.
But is there like a
and the present's just a collectible thing
for the gift?
No, for like what happens if you take 5 minutes to beat a level?
No, I don't think. I'm assuming that if you don't get a certain rank, then you can't progress.
Okay, I got you. So you are ranked.
That's a good point. I'm sure that you're locked from progressing without getting like a certain rank, I would think. But I honestly, I go through every level and I don't progress until I get ace anyway. So I don't really know. But the game's got like, okay, so I should address, so that's the gameplay, but there is a story and there are characters. And when you're not doing that, there's like a little map and you could visit locations and you do like dialogue with characters. Like it's like an anime dating sim kind of thing.
I was gonna ask, I've seen some stuff about the dialogue. How do you feel about it?
So there's a fast forward button and I don't read any of it. It's terrible. It's like, it's weird because the whole game's very tongue in cheek. It's got loads of personality.
I remember when you streamed, you said, this is the only time I've watched the cut. You said this is the only time I've watched the cutscenes.
Yeah, I mean, I think I watched like the first two dialogue things, and I was like, this is bad, because the game seems very tongue in cheek in its aesthetic. It's got like this 90s anime vaporwave aesthetic. It's got the most awesome fucking soundtrack. It's got one of these soundtracks that long after I beat the game, I'm probably going to be listening to the soundtrack. It's by Machine Girl. I don't know if you ever heard of them. They're a band.
Machine Girl Kelly.
Like electronic band. Machine Girl Kelly. They're awesome. And the soundtrack is kick ass. It's very intense. like electronic songs. It's similar in intensity to like Mick Gordon's Doom soundtrack. They don't sound that similar. They're not too far apart either, but it's a very intense soundtrack, and it's great for this game because it makes you want to go fast. It makes you want to keep going.
Yeah, you would hope.
Yeah. But yeah, so the game seems very tongue-in-cheek in its like aesthetic, and even like things I've read from the developer. But the dialogue just seems really corny and like not in like a fun tongue-in-cheek way. It's just really corny, super fucking horny, like dating sim dialogue. I couldn't, and there's a lot of it. There's tons of it.
B-Man would love this game, dude.
Would he? I don't even. It's not even enjoyable. I didn't think it was enjoyable at all. So
you need some anime experts to evaluate the dialogue.
Jesus, Vito, come on.
Yeah. So there's a fast forward button, and you can just press F, and it will just speed through the entire. Like you can't even read it. Just zoom.
Well, it's good that they have that.
Oh, it's great because I wouldn't play this game otherwise. You know what this aesthetic reminds me of? Like all around, Paradise Killer.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
very similar look to it. And I like that aesthetic, but I also couldn't get through that game because of the anime kind of style. What else about this game? Yeah, that's about it. If you like games that make you go fast or games with fun movement, definitely try this one out. It's super fun.
All right.
I could see it.